She called me out to the empty emergency staircase and cut to the chase, but I couldn't just accept it at face value. Then, one day, as I arrived at the station near our office for an appointment, Izumi? There she was, swaying unsteadily on the landing of the stairs.
Last month's performance rankings are out. First place goes to Takatsuki, second place to Izumi, and third place to Mino. As a team, Section 2 under manager Kishiwada has the best results. Keep up the good work this month, everyone.
With Director Kashiwabara's words of encouragement, the meeting was dismissed. I'm Shunsuke Takatsuki, 29 years old, working in the sales department of a major system development management company. Thanks to my constant efforts, I've maintained the top sales performance for the past 6 months.
I worked so hard this time!
The one biting her lip in frustration beside me is Akari Izumi, my colleague and rival, competing with me in sales since we joined the company. Ha! Too bad. Looks like I won again.
Ugh, so annoying!
If you want to admit defeat, now's your chance. I mean, I've been number 1 for 6 months straight.
What did you say? Enjoy your time at the top while you can. Next time, I'm taking first place for sure. With that determined declaration, she returned to her seat. Watching her retreat, I narrowed my eyes before heading back to my own desk. Daigo leans in and speaks quietly to Shunsuke. Shunsuke glares at him.
You know, she's gonna seriously hate you one day.
The one whispering to me as I sat down was Daigo Mino, another colleague who joined with us.
You're really gonna make Izumi hate you, man.
As I returned to my seat, a voice muttered a warning beside me. It was Daigo Mino, another one of my fellow recruits. Yeah, I act like this, but the truth is, I have feelings for Izumi. Yeah, but it's been like this since we started.
If you suddenly got all nice, she'd probably get creeped out. You better watch it, or she'll get fed up with you.
Who the hell's a tsundere? Is this a love story or what? Don't slack off just because your numbers are good. Stay focused. That's Joichiro Kishiwada, our direct manager, and the youngest in company history to make manager at 32.
You all seem to be having fun. I wonder which of you will take the next step and become the next section manager.
That's Director Kumi Kashiwabara, always smiling, but with a fearsome reputation when angry. Yeah, if I let my guard down, I might lose my position. With that thought, I threw myself into another busy month of chasing sales. One night, when I returned from a late sales visit, I found Izumi still at her desk. Good work. Staying late?
Yeah, I have to be number 1 next time. Weren't you supposed to go home straight from the client?
Yeah, but I'm heading straight there tomorrow, so I wanted to grab an extra contract just in case. Akari doesn't even glance at me. Then, Daigo's words from before suddenly come to mind. Hey, Izumi, I like you.
Oh, really? Wait, what?
A few seconds passed before she processed what I said. Then, with her work halted, she turned to look at me, her face as red as a tomato.
What the hell?
Sorry, it just felt like the right time. I figured I should be honest, and before I knew it, I was saying it out loud.
You can't just say something like that out of nowhere.
She lowered her head, visibly embarrassed. Seeing her reaction, I let out the breath I hadn't even realized I was holding. You don't have to answer me right away, just think about it.
Okay.
Thanks. Get some rest. With that, I left the office, feeling strangely refreshed. Morning.
Good morning.
The next day, after finishing my morning sales visit, I arrived at the office to find Izumi greeting me, her face still flushed. Yeah, I didn't confess on a whim. I had a reason to believe I stood a chance. This is a good sign, right? There was hope. Even with some lingering nerves, I felt sure of it. But, Izumi, I need to ask about this client.
Oh, that one.
A few days later, her attitude suddenly changed. Where she had obviously been flustered before, now she was distant and indifferent. Got it. Thanks. She's not the type to let personal feelings affect work, so it wasn't disrupting anything. But I couldn't hide my confusion. Daigo noticed immediately.
What happened? Weren't things looking good? Feels like you're back to square one.
No idea. Did I do something wrong? I couldn't think of anything. Then, a week later, during lunch.
About my answer, I'm rejecting you.
She called me out to the empty emergency staircase and cut to the chase. But I couldn't just accept it at face value. Is this why you've been acting distant? Did I do something?
Don't flatter yourself. I just don't like you.
Got it.
So that's that. Don't talk to me outside of work.
Then, just like that, she walked away. I lost my appetite and slid down onto the steps, unable to move.
Well, you were always kinda cold. Guess you gotta give up.
After lunch break, I bought a nutrition bar from the vending machine. Daigo casually threw an arm around my shoulder. You were watching?
Haha, don't be mad. I just overheard. Damn though, that was a brutal rejection.
This bastard. He's enjoying this. All right, settle down. Get back to work.
Got it. Time to get going.
With my coworker more entertained than sympathetic, I had no choice but to focus on work. Was she right? Was I just full of myself? But her attitude right after I confessed, it didn't sit right, but I'd been rejected. No point in overthinking now. Would I be able to move on? With no place for these overwhelming feelings to go, I let out a long, heavy sigh.
I sincerely apologize. This was my oversight.
Again? Maybe I should just give up completely. For days, I tried to solidify that resolve, but I couldn't. Because ever since she rejected me, Izumi had been making an unusual number of mistakes.
Yes, I'll make sure this never happens again. Izumi, what's going on with you? This isn't like you. I'm sorry. I won't let it happen again. You always say that, but the client doesn't care about your excuses.
Now, director. I'll keep an eye on her. Let's not be too harsh. Watching her slump even further under the director's reprimand, I couldn't shake my concern.
You're not gonna help her, Mr. Top Sales?
Without any awareness of my frustration, he shows up again. I wish he'd use his provocation skills elsewhere. Even if I wanted to, there's nothing I can do. Whenever I try to talk to her, she makes it obvious she doesn't want me to.
Cold, man. I guess I'll go comfort her instead then.
I couldn't support her. I couldn't even offer advice. The frustration ate away at me. Then, one day, as I arrived at the station near our office for an appointment, Izumi? There she was, swaying unsteadily on the landing of the stairs. No, I won't make it in time. Ugh. I rushed forward and managed to catch her just as she lost her balance. Luckily, I took the impact, preventing her from hitting the ground directly. Izumi, are you okay?
Huh? Takatsuki?
Thank God. Are you hurt anywhere?
No, I'm fine. Wait, are you okay?
I think I'm alright, but we both fell. Better go to the hospital just in case. I called for an ambulance, and we were taken in for examination. After a thorough CT and MRI scan, neither of us had any major injuries. I was released after the checkup, but since Izumi had fainted from dizziness, they admitted her for further tests.
Takatsuki, really thank you. If you hadn't caught me, I might have...
I'm just glad you're okay.
What? Takatsuki?
My heart almost stopped. It was like you were under a spotlight, moving in slow motion, slipping off the stairs. They say when your life is in danger, time slows down. That's exactly how it felt. So warm. I can hear her heartbeat. She's alive. Thank God. Thank God.
Takatsuki, Izumi, Takatsuki, are you alright?
Just as she was about to say something, the hospital room door burst open. We quickly pulled apart. An ambulance ride? What happened?
I rushed over from my client meeting. Looks like neither of you are seriously hurt. Thank goodness.
After we arrived, I had informed Director Kashiwabara about the accident. Seems like the three of them had dropped everything to come. I'm fine, just some bruises on my back and elbows.
I apologize for worrying everyone. I have to stay for tests, but I'm okay. That's a relief. We were really worried.
This might be a good chance to take some time off and rest. You must be exhausted.
Don't worry. I'll handle your workload while you're gone. But if I surpass you in rankings, sorry in advance.
Not the time for that. The manager and director both scolded him, and laughter filled the room. For a while, the hospital room was filled with cheerful conversation before the three left to return to work. A week later, Izumi returned to work after recovering.
Sorry for the trouble. I'm feeling great now, so I'll make up for the lost time.
She seemed refreshed, as if a weight had been lifted. Everyone in the department celebrated her return, and her attitude toward me was back to normal. However, not everyone was happy. One particular individual, looking visibly displeased, called Izumi out under the pretense of discussing work, leading her to an empty meeting room. Why didn't I realize sooner? What are you doing? Oh dear, what's wrong? I'm just having an important conversation with Izumi. I'm afraid I must ask you to leave. The one speaking with an insincere smile was Manager Kishiwada. As I appeared, I noticed Izumi's shoulders ease just slightly. Is my presence a problem? Like, say, discussing her mother's hospitalization?
My mother has cancer. My father passed away early, so I'm the only one who can take care of her. Her cancer is too advanced for surgery. She needs specialized treatment. There's only one hospital in Japan offering that radiation therapy. But politicians and celebrities get priority. In this hopeless situation, I happened to find someone with connections. Thanks to them, my mother was admitted, but the condition was that I became his girlfriend. I wanted to answer your confession, Takatsuki, but before I could, he gave me that condition. I just wanted to save my mother.
You must have been terrified. You must have suffered. It's okay now. I'll do something. Who is this man? So, you talked. The moment he realized I knew everything, Kishiwada's demeanor completely changed. So this is your true nature. I never imagined you'd stoop so low as to use someone's life as leverage to pressure a woman. Call it an arrangement. Blackmail is such an ugly word. When you exploit someone's desperation to force compliance, that is blackmail. What you've done to Izumi is clearly coercion, and you do realize the legal consequences, don't you? Wait. You sure you want to say that to me? I could tell my father, the director of the cancer center. If I do, Izumi's mother's treatment could be affected. You still want to go through with this? Even now, you're still trying to threaten us? Yes, his father was the director of the cancer center. That's why Izumi's mother was admitted so easily. While his much older brother became a doctor and took over the hospital, Kishiwada, who couldn't even get into medical school, used his father's influence to land a job at our company, which had a major system contract with the hospital. You're called the youngest section manager in company history, but I bet the higher-ups just didn't want to upset your father. I'm ashamed I didn't see you for what you were sooner. Shut up. It's too late for apologies now. I'll tell my father. You're repaying my kindness with betrayal? You're gonna regret. Shut up. Repaying kindness with betrayal? Don't make me laugh. You held someone's life hostage just to get close to her. It's not kindness, it's blackmail. Izumi was clearly not herself. One mistake after another, then she nearly fell down the stairs. Do you get it? You almost killed her. You were never her lover. And if you make her suffer anymore, I'll make sure you regret it for the rest of your life. Yeah, you bastard. His legs had given out. He sat there trembling before scrambling back away from me, spitting as he screamed. I won't forgive this. Without me, her mother can't get treatment. In the end, you're powerless. You're gonna be the reason the woman you love loses the most important person in her life. And you. How dare you rat me out? You broke our agreement the moment you talked. I'll tell my father right now.
Go ahead. I'd actually appreciate it if you discharged her.
For the first time, Izumi spoke up. Her composed demeanor and words made Kishiwada's face twitch uncontrollably. Huh, quit bluffing.
It's not a bluff. I found another hospital. I refused to be under your control, so I searched for alternatives. I was losing sleep over it, which probably caused all those mistakes. I didn't know who to turn to, so I took a chance and asked the doctors at the cancer center for a second opinion. They agreed immediately, and even wrote a referral. Oh, and your brother helped too.
What?
Unlike you, he's a decent person. You should be grateful to have such a competent brother. My mother still needs advanced treatment. That hasn't changed. But thanks to the second opinion, we found that a single type of radiation therapy would be enough. That made it much easier to find another hospital. All the paperwork is done. Now we just have to transfer her when she's well enough.
Grr.
No more telling me not to talk to Takatsuki. No more ordering me to send him away when he's visited. I'm done.
Izumi took a deep breath.
I love Takatsuki. Not you. Even if I didn't love him, you'd be the last man on Earth I'd choose. This fake relationship ends here. I'm reporting everything you did to the company, so prepare yourself.
With a refreshed expression, she turned to me, and I smiled back. I patted her head lightly as if to say, well done, then left the pathetic man behind and returned to the office. Afterward, Izumi and I gathered evidence and reported Kishiwada's actions to the company. Since he got in through nepotism, there was a small chance the higher-ups would try to sweep things under the rug. But once Izumi spoke up, others followed. Victims of Kishiwada's harassment started coming forward.
I refused to go drinking with him, and he took it as an insult. He never gave me any work after that.
I lent him money because of his gambling addiction. He never paid me back, no matter how much I asked.
He kept pressuring me to date him. When I rejected him, he started showing up at my house. Please help me.
Power harassment, sexual harassment, financial trouble, the list went on. Even the higher-ups, who had been hesitant to act out of consideration for his father, could no longer ignore it. No, I swear, I'm being framed. Why won't you believe me? I'll tell my father. You sure you want to do this? Once the executives got serious, his threats meant nothing. Kishiwada was fired for multiple violations of company policy. The news of his dismissal reached his father, the cancer center's director, immediately. You idiot. You couldn't become a doctor, so I found you a prestigious job through my connections. And this is how you betray me? Meanwhile, the company refused to renew its system contract with the cancer center. Only after multiple apologies from the director did they agree to reconsider. Dad, I can explain. Enough. You caused trouble at work. And now I learn you tried to blackmail a woman into dating you? I'm putting you under strict supervision for life. His father, at least, was a respectable doctor. My son's actions were inexcusable. I sincerely apologize. On the day of Izumi's mother's transfer, the director and his eldest son personally came to apologize. They promised to keep the younger son away forever and offered their full support if the new hospital posed any issues. With that, Izumi regained her bright personality. She made no more mistakes and was back in top form.
This month, I'm finally taking first place from you.
Ha, we'll see. I won't make it easy for you.
Man, aren't you guys dating now? You two don't seem any different.
Yes, after all that, we officially became a couple. But rivalry is rivalry. Sorry, Daigo. For a second, I actually thought you were the mastermind behind all this.
What? That's messed up. You didn't have to say that out loud.
He kept provoking me just to push me into action. Maybe that's his way of being honest. Still working late?
Yeah, I just wanted to finish up these reports.
That evening, when I returned to the office after visiting a client, Izumi was still there working. I placed something on her desk. Then here, a little something for you.
Huh?
I heard you were working late again. You wanted to try this place, right? I didn't come back for work. I came back because she told me she'd be staying late. Good work today. I'll wait, so let's go home together.
Yeah, thanks.
We're still rivals at work, but in our private lives, we support each other. Her smile was dazzling. If I can keep seeing that smile, I'll keep doing my best.
What? This small room costs that much. Isn't there a better place somewhere? I'm terribly sorry. Based on your preferences, this price range is unavoidable. Unless you're okay with being farther from the station, an older building, a combined bathroom and toilet, or a first-floor unit. If you could compromise on any one of those, we'd have more options. How does that sound? It's my granddaughter's place, so I'm too worried to compromise on anything. What should I do?
They've been having the same conversation for the past 5 minutes. I'm Satoshi Mitaka, a 29-year-old working at SK Home's Fuchu branch, a major rental real estate chain. The one dealing with this particularly challenging customer is Akane Musashino, in her second year as a new hire. She is the office's Madonna for her beauty, but is also a bit shy and hesitant to speak her mind.
Why don't you discuss things again with your granddaughter? We've already discussed it so much. I just can't compromise any further.
Maybe I should step in soon. As I thought that and moved toward them. Ma'am, there is no such thing as a property that fulfills all your requirements.
Is that so? But it's my granddaughter's first time living alone, and I'd be worried if anything happened.
Taito Bushitsuke, who had recently transferred from another real estate company, interjected into the conversation. He's known for his honest and friendly service, which has made him popular with customers. Feel free to check out properties handled by other agencies. I'm sure you'll find something that meets your needs.
Really? Well, I'll do that. Thank you for your time today. Not at all. Please feel free to visit us again anytime.
Akane, you've got to learn to say what needs to be said. How long were you planning to let her go on and on? Well, that modesty of yours is also one of your charms, though.
Oh, thank you very much.
That kind of customers need to be told off in a straightforward manner. Don't you agree, Mitaka? It depends on the situation, but having that mindset is important too. I meant to acknowledge the nuance, not fully agree with him. But Taito seemed to take it as affirmation, and from that day, he gradually started to act more entitled. Honestly, having someone younger and less experienced as my superior makes things tricky. Since Taito joined, I've been assigned as his supervisor. But because he's older and has more work experience, I often find myself treading carefully. I think I've been saying what needs to be said, but if I haven't, I apologize. Really? Even with that last customer, I was the one who saved Akane, wasn't I? Well, if Taito hadn't stepped in, I was planning to go myself. Then again, I might not have been able to handle it as smoothly as Taito did. Well, Mitaka, you should learn from me and speak up when you need to. Before I could figure out what to say, Taito quickly ended the conversation and walked off. Taito always gives advice like that, but is it just my imagination, or does it feel like he's looking down on me? Maybe it's just because I'm not capable enough. After all, Taito has good sales numbers. His straightforward, honest manner of speaking is appreciated by customers. His approach often helps indecisive customers make quick decisions, which has boosted our store's sales. Still, I can't shake this vague feeling of unease.
Welcome. Thank you for visiting SK Homes. Oh, it's you from before. I came back. I'd like you to assist me again today. Of course, I'd be happy to.
A few weeks later, the elderly woman returned to the store. Though I expected another long conversation, it seemed this time she was ready to make a quick decision.
After that, I went to various real estate agencies, but I couldn't find anything good. I remembered that Musashino-san's service was the best. Last time, you were so kind to explain everything to me when I didn't understand. I feel I can trust you, so I'll go with the property you recommended. Thank you very much. I'll prepare the floor plans from last time right away.
As I watched them, relieved, Taito spoke to me with a smug expression. I was puzzled. Hey, isn't it thanks to my brilliant move, sending her to other agencies, that she came back? It's fine since it's Akane this time, but next time something like this happens, give me credit too. I'm not saying I want half, but I think I deserve some recognition for my contribution. Taito has recently started making comments about how the company should operate. I think that's gonna be difficult. I believe the customer returned because of Musashino-san's sincere response. Isn't it the job of the supervisor to make things like that happen? Sorry, I don't think I have the skills for that, but maybe you could convince the higher-ups? With skills like yours, I think they'll be willing to consider it. Really? Well, if it works, you better treat me to something nice. It's obviously not going to work. I sent Taito-san off with a smile, confident in my prediction. I had learned that flattering people like him just enough kept them from becoming a nuisance. What's with that rigid boss? No wonder employee morale is so low. Sure enough, Taito-san muttered this complaint a few hours later, after his request was predictably rejected by her superior. I heard you closed a deal with that customer earlier. Congratulations! When I spoke to Musashino-san, who looked somewhat refreshed, she smiled happily.
Thank you. When I spoke to her granddaughter during the viewing, she was such a pleasant person.
Time passed, and as winter winds began to blow, I asked Akane about the New Year's party venue. By the way, has the New Year's party venue been decided yet? With over 30 participants from 3 nearby branches, finding a place must be tough. I asked Musashino-san, who had been appointed as the organizer for the New Year's party. If you haven't found a venue yet, I would be happy to help look.
I was about to contact everyone about it. The venue will be here.
Musashino-san showed me the information about the restaurant on her phone. What? Such luxurious food and a 2-hour all-you-can-drink deal at that price? That's amazing!
Actually, I had a little connection.
She smiled sheepishly. Though she's a bit shy, her ability to handle work so well impressed me again. Oh, another reservation already? Business has been booming lately. Around the same time, something strange began happening at the store. Customers specifically requested Taito, even though it was their first time visiting. It's proof that being straightforward and speaking my mind is the right approach. Mitaka, if you followed my lead, your sales numbers might improve. Taito's sales skyrocketed, quickly becoming the top at our branch. Within a week, he even became #1 across 3 area branches. While that itself is impressive, I'll let you have some of my clients, Akane-chan. In return, how about 1 date per client I hand over? Taito's advances toward Musashino-san became blatant.
Well...
Taito-san, that's inappropriate. What? I'm just leading the conversation for her because she's shy. No, it looks like you're forcing her to date you. I'll report this to the higher-ups. What's with you acting all high and mighty when you can't even speak your mind? I haven't said anything wrong. Taito looked dissatisfied, but realizing the odds weren't in his favor, he left. Are you okay, Musashino-san?
Thank you. For now, I'm managing.
She said there hadn't been any direct harm yet, but she looked worn out. I don't agree with much of what Taito-san says, but I do think there's some truth to the idea of speaking your mind, because I don't think just enduring will improve the situation. So if you ever feel like you want to act, but can't do it alone, talk to me anytime. I'll help with reports to management or anything else.
Thank you very much.
Honestly, Taito-san is a real problem. Determined to ensure no further harm came to Musashino-san, I kept a close watch on him. I'm sorry, but that unit just got taken. However, we do have this other option. What? Could it be? The day of the New Year's party arrived at the restaurant Akane had booked for us. It's a great place, the food is delicious, and the atmosphere is wonderful.
I'm glad you like it. Still, it's a bit intimidating with 3 branches gathered together.
There you go again, Akane-chan. Don't worry, just talk freely.
I know, but... Oh, Mitaka-san and Taito-san, your glasses are empty. The same drink okay?
I ordered beer for Taito and me and lemon sour for Musashino-san. However... Huh? Didn't we order lemon sours?
Yes?
After a while, 3 beers were brought to the table.
Oh, it's fine. I can drink beer too, so no worries.
No, this is their mistake. Let's have them fix it. I'll talk to the staff.
Wait, Taito-san?
Ignoring Musashino-san's attempts to stop him, Taito marched over to the staff. When we hurried after him, we found that he had already yelled at the waitress.
I deeply apologize. I'll bring your drinks right away. I'm very sorry, but may I confirm your order again?
Huh? You took the order, so you should already know. What kind of training do you people have here? You're useless. Call the manager or owner immediately. Taito, what are you doing? Stop this! Shut up if you can't assert yourself. I'm just voicing a rightful complaint. Sure, pointing out mistakes is necessary. But yelling like that from the start is uncalled for. Your approach is the problem. What a naive thing to say. Professionals are supposed to do their job right. Taito noticed Akane's presence and turned to her with a smug expression. Oh, Akane-chan, I made sure to give the staff a piece of my mind for their mistake. Taito looked pleased with himself, but...
Out already.
What?
Cut it out already!
Her voice was so loud it startled Taito, and his face turned pale.
What's with that smug look like you've done something good? Did I ever ask you to complain on my behalf? And to shout at them like that?
Wait, Akane-chan, I was only thinking of you! Ignoring Taito's excuses, Akane crouched next to the crying waitress.
Are you okay? I'm sorry, I thought this would be a good place for our party, but maybe I should have chosen somewhere else. It's fine. I'm sorry for crying, Akane-san. It's not your fault.
Huh? Do you know her?
Yes, she's... What's going on here?
Hearing the commotion, the woman approached. Wait, aren't you? When we saw her face, both Taito and I were shocked. She was the customer who had visited our branch a few days ago.
I'm so sorry. I wanted to introduce my colleagues to this place, but it turned into such a mess. You were so kind to offer a special service because I often drink here.
Oh, that's why this place was so reasonably priced. Apparently, after closing the deal on the property, Musashino-san had stayed in touch with the woman and her granddaughter.
I heard from Akane-chan. I'm deeply sorry that my granddaughter caused trouble for you.
Granddaughter?
Yes, she's my granddaughter, living alone in the apartment you helped us contract that day. Please don't bow to us, ma'am. Mistakes are one thing, but what he did was harassment. It's us who should be apologizing.
Wait, Akane-chan?
The owner appreciated our handling at the Fuchu branch, which is why she kindly offered to reserve this restaurant for us. She even requested that her connection to our branch be kept private so we could use it without hesitation. That warm, human connection has been ruined because of you, Taito-san. What are you going to do about it?
Well, I didn't know, and it's just a figure of speech or something.
Does not knowing excuse everything?
Taito was rendered speechless by Musashino-san's firm words.
If this was going to happen, I should have reported you to our superiors and stopped you from coming here. I regret letting things slide and ignoring the signs.
Report?
What else? I'm obviously talking about harassment. Your comments on my makeup, hairstyle, and clothing, your prying into my personal life, and your constant dinner innovations. They were all unwelcome. Having to endure your incessant advances made every day nauseatingly unbearable. To be clear, I don't like you, Taito-san, so please don't talk to me outside of work anymore. You've always said not voicing your thoughts is bad, so I'm laying it all out now. I'll be reporting all your harassment and everything you've done to bother me, backed by detailed records in my journal. Be ready for the consequences.
Musashino-san rejected Taito and vowed to expose his misconduct, leaving him dumbfounded. But his troubles weren't over yet. Welcome! I'm Taito Bushitsuke, your assigned representative. Huh? Taito froze when he saw the customer was the General Affairs Manager from headquarters. General Affairs Manager? What brings you here? The General Affairs Manager glared at Taito while I watched with a neutral expression.
This confirms it. Taito, you're in serious trouble.
Wait a second, what's going on here?
Why don't you let Satoshi explain?
Understood. Allow me. I noticed something odd about Taito's interactions with his customers. Whenever a customer requested a specific property, it was always unavailable. Yet, he always directed them to a different property. This happened almost every time. Taito-san, you were using an anonymous social media account to post fake property listings to lure customers, weren't you? I have no idea what you're talking about.
Don't bother denying it. Fake properties and unavailable listings were advertised as available. When customers contacted you, you would claim the property was taken and push them toward another. I personally tested this by posing as one of your customers, confirming the scheme.
When I reported this to headquarters, they quickly identified your anonymous account. Do you understand? What you did violates real estate law.
This is a major scandal for SK Homes, with over 300 branches nationwide. You'll be informed of your punishment soon. Until then, you're suspended from work.
Taito collapsed his knees, then was forcibly escorted home. Later, his deceptive tactics were exposed online, further tarnishing SK Home's reputation. Combined with his harassment of Musashino-san, Taito was ultimately dismissed for gross misconduct. Combined with the harassment allegations against Akane, he was ultimately dismissed with disciplinary action. What's wrong with speaking my mind? I was the #1 in the area! Damn it! SK Homes also filed a lawsuit for damages, so he's been working desperately. However, with his bad reputation spreading, he couldn't find a job in the same industry, and now survives on part-time and temporary work. Meanwhile, Musashino-san and I grew closer after everything. We even began going out for drinks together, often returning to the same restaurant where the New Year's party was held.
This experience taught me how important it is to voice your thoughts clearly. SK Home's reputation may have suffered, but rebuilding trust through honest and thoughtful communication is possible.
Musashino-san blushed slightly as she looked at me.
So, I've decided to express my feelings clearly now.
It's difficult to assert what needs to be said. Depending on how you assert it, your feelings might not get through to the other person. However,
I like you, Satoshi-san. Would you go out with me?
If you're determined to express your feelings, you must consider how to communicate them effectively. When mutual understanding is achieved, communication evolves beyond mere words into meaningful connection. I like you too, Musashino-san. Let's build a relationship where we can always share our true feelings.